What's up everybody, cilinixfxcapital here. Are you tired of missing opportunities and losing money while trading in these markets? Then I might have the solution for you. For those of you who don't know, we run the Cilinix Crypto Signal and Premium group, in which I not only share my own trades, so profitable signals, but I also give you 24/7 mentoring to actually become a better trader yourself, and you gain access to a trading guide with multiple strategies and basic beginner tricks to actually become a profitable trader yourself. If you're interested in that, links will be down in the description or in the pinned comment, and make sure to check that out right now. If you join through Telegram, there's actually a limited time only lifetime offer in there as well. So check that out and hopefully we will connect. Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great and welcome to a new video right here on SUI. Wanted to do a full update, a little bit of a fundamental update, or at least we'll talk about some fundamentals that I think are crucial and you need to know. I've talked about them before, so if you watch these videos, SUI updates, which I make at least like once or twice a week, then you know what I'm talking about, but still it's very relevant to know. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, you should know about that as well. Then we'll talk about the technicals, right? We'll start off very zoomed in. We obviously, since I made the last video, we had a bit of a spike down right here into 3.11 and 3.1, where we still had some old levels as well, and we still had an older fair value gap there. Drop down into that, got a good reaction there. Since then, we've been able to reclaim the 7-day rolling VWAP, the 200 EMA, and the value area low of the range that we've been in. So technically, that's quite positive. But we'll talk about that, and we have some major news coming out today. We'll talk about the possibility of maybe getting a drop down lower. You can see we filled the entire fair value gap right here, right now. But there's still a fair value gap down towards $3 as well. So, you know, are we still going to drop down into that? I think it's unlikely, but if we get a bad news reading today, it is a possibility. But okay, let's start off with the fundamentals. So one of the things that I talk about a lot with SUI, and I also mentioned this to create a little bit of hope, all right? I'm not the type of person to create hope when there's no reason for hope. But when there is a legit reason for hope, I do want you to know it, right? I mean, SUI has been consolidating here since April. Very long period of time, but since April we've been consolidating. I still think that we are going to get a bullish breakout out of that consolidation eventually. 2025 I hope, but otherwise 2026. And one of the key reasons for this is that SUI is one of the networks that since November and December last year, when we obviously had a lot of bullish momentum in the markets, SUI is one of the networks that actually has grown. Right now the TVL is at $2 billion. That was and it was higher. Last time around, that was the all-time high. All right, so right now the network is as big and as successful as when the prices were trading about. No, that's not what I want. As when the prices were trading about 60 and 50% higher. So that's great. That's great fundamentally. Now, as I see the technicals right now, what I've always told you is that I think we're near the bottom of the range. I don't think that there's any major reason why we would expect that range to break. So I think it's most likely we're forming a local bottom, and I think we're going to move into the top of the range. So into the 90-day rolling VWAP at 3.45, into the 30-day rolling VWAP at 3.6, but also into the top of the range, just as you can see it right here, into 3.85. That's still what I expect, all right? I don't see a lot of specific momentum for SUI, so I don't think we're going to do this very aggressively. It's a possibility. I think it's unlikely, but I do think that's most likely. I don't fundamentally see a reason, neither for SUI specifically, but also not for the entire market, why we would drop down below $3 and 2.9, which is kind of our last support level. And as the fundamentals are right now, we have quite strong markets. I also don't think it's likely we're going to drop down there in general. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, we do have unemployment rate data and the non-farm payrolls data coming out. If that's bad, so basically if the unemployment rate is different than expected, it's expected that it grows by 0.1%. And if the non-farm payrolls are higher than expected, that would be a bad reading, and then we can still get a spike down lower into $3 and 2.95. But then I would expect the same thing. Then I just think we're going to form the local bottom a little bit lower. And I think it's most likely that the news is not going to be that way. So that's why I'm telling you, I think, you know, today can be volatile, but I do think we're forming a local bottom right here. And that at least for now, we're not going to drop down lower, and that we can actually get a move into the top of the range. Those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know on the technicals, on the fundamentals. So hopefully that helps, but that's what you're going to get today. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.